This is KGW News at noon.
Take a look at this live picture from our Wells Fargo Skycam. You can see this column of smoke from miles around. It's coming from a warehouse fire on Portland's Central East Side, and it's been burning for hours. Hello, everyone. I'm Brenda Braxton. Crews say this 4-alarm fire started just after 12:30 this morning, but it's impacting traffic right now. Take a look at this map. The area in red there, Southeast Alder and Morrison between 8th and 10th Avenues, is closed, and it'll stay that way for a while. We also have video from overnight when the warehouse was fully engulfed in flames. You can even see the moment that it all came crashing down. It collapsed, leaving just a pile of burning rubble in the basement. Firefighters say the building was vacant and no injuries have been reported. Investigators are trying to figure out how the fire started. Crews expect to be on scene for the rest of the day. Now to another developing story. This morning, 3 people were shot at a sports bar in Northwest Portland. 1 man died. The 2 other people were taken to the hospital. The shooting happened shortly before 2 a.m. at Silver Dollar Pizza on Northwest 21st near Gleason. Police say the suspect or suspects left before officers arrived. Anyone who has video surveillance or any other information about the shooting can contact Portland Police. Well, with gun violence plaguing Portland, Multnomah County says it's working on a plan to stop it. That includes adding resources to the DA's office and taking more guns off the streets. Mike Benner has more on the plan and reaction to it.
More often than not, you'll find Mark Shipley cruising up and down Northeast Prescott. This area is just a block away from the scene of one of 7 shootings over a 15-hour span Tuesday.
It's just terrible. You know, it's just scary.
Unfortunately, the spat of gunfire earlier this week is not an isolated incident. There have been more than 915 shootings in Portland this year. That compares to 891 all of last year and 388 the year before that.
So they don't care who they're shooting at or what they're shooting at, or it just seems like there's so much violence and so much hatred that that's all they want to do is go around and create havoc.
Those community concerns are not falling on deaf ears. On Thursday, Multnomah County leaders revealed how they plan to quell the violence. They'll invest nearly $3 million into public health programs. That includes a behavioral health response team that'll respond to shooting scenes. An additional $1 million will go towards hiring 4 new prosecutors and 2 new investigators to help an overwhelmed district attorney's office respond to homicides and prosecute killers.
For many of the prosecutors in my office have been doing this for 20 or 30 years. Once in a career surge in this in violence crime, that in just this year, in the first 8 months of this year alone, they've made 285 gun-related prosecutions, which is probably more than we've made in the last several years combined. As for the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office, we're told deputies are focused on taking illegal guns off the streets. So far this year, they've confiscated more than 715 firearms. That's up from 319 in 2020. Mark Shipley is hoping the county's plan to stop the violence, dubbed All Hands on Deck, will work.
I hope so.
Because he's had enough. All he wants is some peace and quiet.
I've earned it. I worked my butt off for 30 years to buy my house. And now it's scary just to go out on the street, to go home, or to be going to the 7-Eleven up on the corner. You just don't know.
In Portland, Mike Benner for KGW News.
In Washington, Governor Jay Inslee has extended the state's eviction moratorium until October 30th. It was set to expire in a week, but the governor says 80,000 renters and landlords need more time to get federal funding to help pay their housing bills. More than $500 million in federal assistance is on its way. People in Pierce County owe more money to their landlords than anywhere else in the state. They have a total of $93 million in late payments. Well, Washington says it will not extend the deadline for state workers to get their COVID shots. Since the pandemic began, the state reports more than 630,000 infections and more than 7,000 deaths. According to Inslee, 10 people died of COVID in just 24 hours at one hospital in Olympia. He says those deaths could have been prevented if those patients had been vaccinated.
We also have to be adept in understanding that we have to drive this pandemic into the ground. Even if this number comes down in the upcoming months, if we don't get more people vaccinated, it could come right back up again, given all of the changes that are happening. More children going back to school, more people going to large events, more people going inside because it is winter.
The governor's vaccine mandate includes most state employees and healthcare workers. Roughly 600 first responders are suing to challenge that, but as of now, Governor Inslee's October 18th deadline stands.